House Speaker Mike Johnson making an explosive claim about President Trump Friday while talking to reporters at the Capitol. Johnson was asked to respond to President Trump's recent comments on Jeffrey Epstein, the wealthy financier and convicted sex offender who died in a New York jail cell back in 2019. Wednesday, Trump called the ongoing Epstein saga, quote, a hoax. Quote, what Trump is referring to is the hoax that the Democrats are using to try to attack him. That is what Johnson had to say to the media members on Friday. He added, quote, it's been misrepresented. He's not saying that what Epstein did is a hoax. It's a terrible, unspeakable evil. He believes that himself. When he first heard the rumor, he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. He was an FBI informant.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, oh, boy, indeed. In our breaking story today, Trump's boy, Mike, Pipsqueaker of the House Johnson, he wishes he never said this.
Himself, when he first heard the rumor, he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. He was an FBI informant to try to take this stuff down. He was an FBI informant. He was an FBI informant.
But alas, those words indeed anxiously and nervously spilled out of his mealy mouth, and thus lending credence to the old saw, ah, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to...
He was an FBI informant.
Okay, let's take him at his word, even though he did try to walk it back yesterday. Note, please, the flushing of his face as he dismissively tries to mutter this gigantic mistake away.
Okay, I did this already. Let me do it one more time for everybody. Everybody listen up, all right? Okay. President Trump was involved in this more than a decade ago. Before he ran for president, before we knew that, he kicked Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago when he learned about this, the allegations of this just evil behavior, evil acts, and that he was participating in some way with law enforcement to bring about an end to that. I don't know if I used the right word. I said FBI informant. I'm not sure. I wasn't there. This is in my lane.
Well, it may not be your lane, Mikey, but you are destined for a head-on collision in your own House of Representatives, and that is our breaking story today. During a House Judiciary Committee hearing earlier today, Representative Jared Moskowitz, Democrat, Florida, he inquired whether Representative Jim Jordan's committee had contacted the FBI regarding Johnson's revelation. The questions, they are mounting by the minute, and this is how that went earlier today. Thank you, Representative Moskowitz.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just following up on a little bit of what the ranking member was discussing, there was a significant event this week in which this committee has jurisdiction over. The Speaker of the House, the third highest ranking U.S. official, third in line to be the president, looked into the TV cameras and told us that the current president of the United States was an FBI informant. I consider that to be gigantic news. And I'm just curious, have we reached out to the FBI, to Kash Patel, to confirm whether the president was at any time an FBI informant? I only say that because the Speaker of the House obviously gets significant briefings. He gets briefings that we do not get as regular members. And so I think this is something that we need to hear definitively. Before Kash Patel comes, we should clear up, maybe that we should send a letter to him to find out if the president was an informant. And if he was an informant, is that because he was working with the FBI after he was hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein? Did he turn because he got caught with Jeffrey Epstein? When you're an FBI informant, there are lots of questions about how you became an FBI informant. And then how long was he an FBI informant? When did his service to the FBI stop, being a member of the deep state? When did he stop doing that? I mean, look, if a regular member had said this, I would discount it. But the Speaker of the House is the one who said it. And then he said afterwards, well, I may have misspoke. Well, what was his misspeak? Instead of informant, did he mean agent? I mean, what is the misspeak for informant? I mean, I don't know another word that we use when we're describing an FBI agent or FBI informant or undercover. I mean, what was the misspeak here? And if he was lying then, is he lying now? I'm just confused. Perhaps maybe the Speaker should come to our committee and tell us what he meant when he said that. It's just...
Point of order?
I'm still speaking.
Mr. Chairman?
I'm still speaking.
Is there a bill or an amendment on the floor?
I strike the last word. I'm allowed to finish my...
Gentleman from Florida has the time. He's speaking, I think he's speaking about the bill. Well, he's not really speaking about the bill, but he's recognized to speak about the bill.
Well, he's just been interrupted for about 30 seconds. I'd ask that it be added back onto his...
Can we move to restore his time? That was a completely improper interjection.
Time is stopped. We'll give him plenty of time. I'm usually good about that.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate your indulgence, and I'm only bringing it up, again, because this committee is the committee of jurisdiction over the FBI, and I don't think in the history of this country we've had a Speaker of the House say the president was an FBI informant. That's a dual role if I ever heard one. And so I just think we have questions, Mr. Chairman, and on a bipartisan basis, maybe the answer is no, he wasn't an FBI informant, and that's fine if the answer is no. I just think we need to hear from the FBI. The Speaker has confused the American people whether Trump was working with the FBI against Jeffrey Epstein because he had information about Jeffrey Epstein because he was there for a long period of time and then got turned maybe by the FBI. Did Trump ever go undercover? These are questions that the Speaker has raised. By the way, President going undercover would be interesting, but these are questions that he's raised. That is not a misspeak. There is not another adjective or verb for FBI informant, right? I understand the president kicked him out of his club. That doesn't make you an FBI informant. So I think we need to get to the bottom of that.
Will the gentleman yield?
I will.
Just to add on to that, in 2002, the president said that he was aware that Jeffrey Epstein likes girls on the younger side. In 2003, he provided a birthday card with the shape of a woman, his clear signature for anyone who actually looks at it, and references a secret. In 2004, the FBI initiated an investigation into Jeffrey Epstein. I would like for this committee to request from the FBI the opening document, the report of investigation that would have initiated the investigation into Jeffrey Epstein in 2004, because I think we should know how that investigation began. We know that President Trump had a falling out with Jeffrey Epstein around that time. Was it President Trump who provided the FBI with the information that caused this investigation to be opened? This committee deserves to know that.
I was just telling my dog Jagger, when I was a kid, my political interest, I guess, began in the 70s. He's fascinated by this. I couldn't wait for these political parody 45 records to come out. All these years later, it's crazy that this was the first thing I thought of after watching Mike Johnson face the press.
One final question to you, Senator Eagleton. What did you say to the newspaper columnist when you met him face to face?